In this video, I'm gonna show you how to write email copy from the beginning in a niche that I've never written copy for at all. And I'm gonna show you how I use ChatGPT and Claude to write copy, and especially how I not use it, like never use ChatGPT or Claude in the ways that I'm gonna show you today. And also at the end of this video, I'm gonna send that email that we're gonna write to one warm lead. If you guys want to know everything, then stay until the end of the video, because this is gonna be fired. This is not like your average video. In fact, this is way better than any other video that I've done when it comes to writing email copy. So let's get started with that. I'm gonna show you the differences in copy between like ChatGPT, Claude, and why you should be checking the copy. Like, do not just write the copy, but check the copy as well. And so take a look at this here. Like, you see all of these chunks of text. And by the way, this is from ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave me this. And take a look at this subject line. Yesterday at 3:14 p.m., nothing happened. Like, that sucks. That's a pretty bad headline. Take a look at the preview. One tiny ritual plus a simple plan. No more 3 p.m. cliff. Like, you see, like, I don't understand what he's trying to say with this. So, hi love. Yesterday at 3:14, I waited for the crash that usually body checks me. Like, complicated to read. Like, this sucks. Take a look at Klotz. Klotz is way better though. Still, like, it needs some work. And that's where you can definitely help this. This looks way better, but still not there. And by the way, I used ChatGPT first. I started to write the copy after, and I was taking it for ideas and inspiration. And by the way, this is a niche that I've never written copy for, and that makes things 3 times more complicated, 3 times harder. And take a look at this. This was my subject line. Yesterday's 3 p.m. slump turned my brain into oatmeal. Andreas, that heavy melting feeling hit me like a buzz yesterday at 3:14 p.m. I was idling, like, still in its work. And I really like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna put it all the way here. And I'm gonna start writing from Claude gave me. The reason I don't like that change to everything is because this is too vague. Like, vague, extremely vague. This is too vague. We want something more specific that turns my brain into oatmeal. And by the way, we're writing for women. We need to make sure that whatever we're writing sounds like a woman. I don't like this. Honestly, I don't like that leading copy. And the best way for me to tell you to write an email is that the email gets attention the first seconds. Think of it like a hook. So it's supposed to hook me, and I don't like this at all. And here's where you have to take a look at what ChatGPT gave you, or gave me in this case, and what Claude gave me, and try to find a way to put all the words together, because that's where I took inspiration from this leading copy. I'm gonna write from this. I couldn't believe it hit me. That heavy melting feeling hit me like a bus yesterday at 3:14 p.m. Then we come here. I like this, so I'm just gonna copy that. Cotton balls again. The thing that makes this so much complicated is that I've never written copy for this niche before, and I don't even know the more like the most common problems. I found this and I'm trying to write copy from it, honestly. So I've also done my research. Wakes up tired, 3 p.m. crash is brutal. Coffee helps for an hour, then the cliff. So I'm actually going with this angle, can focus in these three, honestly. And the reason for that is I kind of relate to these women, even though I'm not their target audience. I know what it feels like to wake up like this, can't focus, words disappear mid sentence. And by the way, I haven't told you why I'm doing this for, but basically, I'm in a mentorship and we have these kind of like client competitions, quote unquote. And whoever writes the best copy gets the client, right? So that's what I'm preparing myself for right now. The other day, he said, like, okay, guys, I want you, whoever has experience, has written copy, I need copywriters to help me work on an offer. I'm gonna pay you pretty good money. Like, we're talking from 3K to 7K on a retainer plus 17% profit share or revenue share. I don't remember any of those, but as you see, that's a huge opportunity. One of the best ways you can sell is by telling story. storytelling. And when you write emails or write whatever in the customer shoes or your target audience's shoes, they're gonna see you as one of them because you're telling a story from your perspective that's gonna resonate with a lot of women or people in your target audience. And when you can sell by telling stories, people don't know that you want to sell them from the beginning, right? It's just like if you go and analyze any of Sarek's emails, he always does this, right? He sells at the end with a story. Also, I learned this from Gary Halbert long time ago when I was writing copy. He always sells by telling stories, and it's so powerful. I received shocking message last night, Andres. One of you girls, I couldn't believe it. Almost every day around 3 p.m., I find myself extremely tired. There we go, guys. That's what I was talking about. So take a look at this. We have the external problem, what that external problem causes internally. Then we find a bridge between the internal problems, why they're caused. We give an explanation. That's the bridge, right? The explanation, the thing that I found. And this could also be your USP, unique selling proposition, the thing that makes this unique, why people should pay attention to you. And then you explain what that thing is, which we're about to do. So take a look at this. I couldn't believe it. I received a shocking message from one of you last night. It doesn't matter how many hours of sleep I get every now, how many espressos I drink by 10 a.m. I always feel like my brain's wrapped in cotton balls. My mind is always blank, as if someone had unplugged my brain and forgotten to plug it back in. I'm tired of feeling tired. How can I make this nightmare stop? And that reminded me of the times when I used to wake up tired every morning, and by 3 p.m., I was foggy, puffy, and starting at screen as if it owed me rent. I felt like I was slowly disappearing. The worst part is, I wanted to believe this was normal because I was terribly stressed out by my job and getting older, but deep down, I knew there had to be something else causing this. So for the next 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, I spent dozens, if not hundreds, of hours trying to find the root cause of this, and what I found had me terribly shocked. My own hormones wrecked my brain. There we go. And now I'm gonna explain to these people why I'm saying that my own hormones wrecked my brain. By the way, I'm also using ChatGPT to give me the ideas. Now, the thing is, once you understand what you're talking about, it's easier to write the copy, but you want to make sure that whenever you're writing that copy, you are not revealing important information, because the moment you do, you kind of like make people bounce off because they already know what they wanted to know, right? You know what I mean? So if I say I just bought a Lamborghini, you're gonna be like, okay, so what? But if I tell you, hey Andres, I just bought the rarest car in Colombia right now, and you never seen that thing, I bet you $1,000. Now you gotta be like, what do you mean you bought a car? A rare car? What do you mean? What car is that? I'm not gonna tell you. You have to come and see it. It's downstairs. And now I have to go downstairs and get out my house and take a look at the car because he intrigued me. But if he says, hey, this Lamborghini, and I'm like, okay, cool. It's downstairs. You want to see it? I may be like, meh. I might be yes, or I might be like no. But with the first, like the second option where I intrigued you, now you make me, like, quote unquote, you force me to come out here. I recorded a short, what is a short masterclass, short and free masterclass that shows you how got rid of bloating, burnout, puffy skin, foggy brain in only 21 days. So right here, I'm just playing with going away from pain is stronger than moving towards pleasure. So that's why I'm saying already got rid of bloating, burnout, puffy skin, and foggy brain instead of just saying the benefits, because this one has more weight and is more powerful. The hormone biohacks you're about to discover are the same ones I use, are the same ones that took me from cert and to insert benefit. So hurry up, watch this short master class. Right here, I'm gonna add the comment. I tried looking at her sales page for her story results, but I couldn't find any. So if you don't know this, just ignore the whole PS thing and do not include it. What I'm gonna do, guys, because I need to make sure that this is a good email, I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back and I'll go over this again with a fresh set of eyes. And we'll go over this and send this, and I'll show you how to send this, okay? Take a look at this. I came back earlier and I refined this. And I also put that into Claude, and the result is pretty good. But just because I had already written this, so I'm gonna show you what I wrote, and then I'm gonna show you what Claude wrote afterwards. And again, I'm gonna show you the drafts that I got from ChatGPT and Claude and what AI can do if you're actually pretty good at writing copy. So take a look at this one. Your hormones are wrecking your brain. Proof inside. Nobody warned you about this, Andres. Andres, I woke up to a heartbreaking Instagram DM. Sherry, it doesn't matter how many hours of sleep I get every night or how many espressos I drink. By 10 a.m., I always feel like my brain's wrapped in cotton balls. My mind is always blank, as if someone had unplugged my brain and forgotten to plug it back in. I'm tired of feeling tired. How can I stop this nightmare? Reading that message reminded me of the times when I used to wake up tired every morning. By 3 p.m., foggy, puffy. By the way, if you don't want to see this and you just want to see the final result, I'm going to leave the timestamps right here in the video. So the worst part was everyone was saying this was normal and caused by my unbearable stress and age, but deep down, I knew there had to be something else causing this. So I refused to waste another year in the fog and dress. For the next I spent my days looking for answers, and what I found had terribly shocked me. My own hormones had wrecked my brain. How is this possible? The wires in your brain need estrogen and progesterone hormones to stay sharp. When estrogen is high and steady, your brain cells get fuel, sugar, easily, helping you think faster and remember stuff. Some of this is kind of confusing. I know, I understand that. That's why I always do the next step that I'm about to show you. When progesterone drops, you feel stressed, foggy, or cranky instead of calm. So once I knew it, it all clicked for me. I started to spend thousands of hormone reset books, and I listened to dozens of hormone doctors hoping to find a solution to this hormonal imbalance. And as a result, I finally found the one effective method to trigger my hormones almost every time. This method not only sharpened my brain, but also helped me sleep through the night and wake up with real energy, balanced mood, stabilized energy, and crush cravings, regain my magnetic presence at both work and home, deflate bloat, improve digestion, sync with your cycle, have a stronger and leaner body without killing myself in the gym, and gives me a radiant skin, a lighter body, and a clear mind without caffeine. The best part is it works for every woman, no matter the body type. How is this even possible? Since I mastered the one method to trigger my hormones in my own body, I can just replicate it in other women's bodies by knowing their cycle. And no, it has nothing to do with shady supplements, restrictive diets, drinking more coffee, useless sleep hacks. Do you know what this method is and how it works? Do you want to know what this method is and how it works? I'm sorry, guys, it's almost midnight. In this short and free masterclass, you'll discover how I put a range 5,000 women have triggered their estrogen and progesterone hormones to get rid of bloating, burnout, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. So now take a look at what I did. I copied the whole thing. I went to Claude. By the way, I'm using the free version, so you have no excuses. I pasted it just below of this. Can you please make this email more concise, but still keep its meaning and the messaging? Do not remove any words that don't need to be removed. I pasted it, and once it gave me the first answer, I then said, also rewrite this email the way a woman, and right here you would put whatever it is that your target audience is. The way a 16-year-old who's into drop shipping speaks to their friends. I just put a woman of 30 plus years speaks to their friends, family, coworkers, and children. and it rewrote it. Okay, and this is what it came up with. I modified the subject line, so as you see, it gave me this one here. It says, girl, your hormones might be why you're exhausted. I don't want to say that. I would just want to be sure and make a statement. Your hormones are exhausting you, prove inside. So I make this intriguing, and take a look at the preview. It gave me this finally explains everything, Andres. I don't like that. It's too vague. Nobody prepared you for this. It's more intriguing, so that's why I went with that. And take a look how more like how easier this is to read, how shorter this is. I woke up to the saddest Instagram DM. Cherie, I don't care how much sleep or how much coffee I drink. By mid-morning, I feel like my brain is wrapped in fog. And by the way, I suggest you do this. Dude, like the way that it helps, especially for me, you know that English is not my first language. It is my second language. I can think straight. It's like someone unplugged my brain. I'm so tired of being tired. What do I do? Andres, this hit me hard because I remember feeling exactly the same way. You know those afternoons where you're staring at your computer, completely drained, wondering how you're going to make it through the rest of the day? I honestly felt like I was slowly disappearing. Everyone kept telling me it was just stress or that it's normal at my age. But something felt off. I knew this wasn't right. So I decided I wasn't going to spend another year feeling like this, Andres. I spent months researching, reading everything I could find, and what I discovered completely shocked me. It was my hormones that were making me feel awful. How is this possible? Your brain actually needs estrogen and progesterone to function properly. When your estrogen is steady, your brain gets the fuel it needs to think clearly and remember things. When progesterone drops, that's when you feel anxious, foggy, and irritable, or whatever you say that, instead of calm and focused. Once I understood this, everything made sense. I read every book I could find, talked to hormone specialists, spent way too much money trying to figure this out, and finally found something that actually worked. Not only did my brain fog clear up, but I also started sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed, having steady energy and fewer mood swings, feeling like myself again and working at home, getting rid of that constant bloating, getting stronger without living at the gym, having clearer skin and not needing 3 cups of coffee to function. So take a look at how I'm always using bullets when I need to, and how I always make one like the first one bold, then the one in the middle I do not bold, then the next one I do, and so on. So it's easier for you to read stuff like this. The crazy part, this works for all of us, no matter what our bodies are like. Once I figured out how to work my cycle instead of against it, I realized I could help other women do the same thing. And listen, this has nothing to do with taking a bunch of expensive supplements, restrictive diets that make you miserable, drinking even more coffee, those sleep tricks that never actually work. Andres, want to know what that? Andres, do you want to know? Andres, do you want to know how that actually worked? I recorded a free and short masterclass where I show you exactly how over 5,000 women have balanced their hormones to get rid of bloating, burnout, and brain fog in just 3 weeks. No complicated stuff, just what actually works. You'll probably kick yourself for not knowing about this sooner. I know I did. Click here and watch it now. With love, Sherry. So you see how much better this is. But again, I wrote the first 3 drafts myself before I actually used Claude to make it better. As you see here, I used ChatGPT and look at this piece of shit it gave me. Like, this is not an email, guys. This is not an email. This is not an email either. Like, all of this is shit. Like, this sucks. That's why I'm telling you, and that's what I told you in my previous video. If you rely on AI to write copy for you guys without you becoming good at writing copy first, bro, you're never gonna land a client. I'm telling you, you have to be extremely good at it. Because if you're not good at it, then you're gonna believe that every single copy that is spits out is good, but it is not. Like, you don't know what you don't know. This is something I learned from Alex Hermosi. And now the next thing I need to do is make a copy of this. I need to put it in a new document. I put my logo on it. That's my brand, so it makes you look more professional. Now I'm gonna send this. Hey Ethan, how's it going, brother? I hope that everything's going amazing from your end. I'm just popping in like we said I would. Like you mentioned a few weeks back to circle back. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Low key, no pressure. And if the time is better now and you're still down to chat, I'd love to hear what's on the table. And just to show you I'm in business, I wrote you a free email copy for one of your clients, Cherie. I think that's her name. And yeah, if you like it, use it. If you don't like it, like ghost me completely, dude. Like no obligation to respond either. And yeah, either way, hope you're doing amazing, dude. Have a great day, night, or whatever it is for you. Boom, there we go. I already got a response, as you see here. This is the next day for me. But take a look at what the guy said. I sent the message like, hey, here's the copy. And he said, hey, Andres, thanks for the free value, my man. Not looking for another copywriter right now. Probably be open in the next couple of months. Even though this is not a answer that you would be expecting, I was not expecting a yes, by the way, and that's the name of the game. You have to do this thinking long term, and you cannot be impatient. You have to be extremely patient. So when that time arrives, you know that you deserve that because you were patient enough. You put in the effort, you put in the hours, you mastered the craft, you got good at writing copy, and whenever it's your turn, I'm pretty sure, like, even though this guy said like, listen, I'm not looking for any copywriters right now, but the moment he opens spots, the moment he's looking for copywriters, he's gonna think of me. And I promise you that the day that that happens, and I want you to remember this video because I'm gonna record another video the day that happens. And this guy says, like, okay, bro, let's work together. And I'm gonna record a video. And that's why this is so goddamn important. Do not focus on the results, guys. And that was my biggest issue for a long time. Focusing on the results, focusing on the clients. No, you have to become good first. Your priority should be to become good, become skilled, to be worth paying $3,000, $5,000, $20,000. And again, you have to know what you're doing so that happens. And yeah, peace.